Level 132. Now we see the sums are equal, and on this side, on the rows, we have X and Y. On the columns, we have A and B. That tells me the sum of X and Y has to be equal to the sum of A and B. In other words, X and Y have to hit the same number of bunnies as A and B, which tells me X plus Y and A plus B both have to be 5. And we see that these 3 bunnies can only be hit by A or B, and these 2 can only be hit by X or Y. That means these belong to X and Y, these belong to A and B. That means that these 2 have to belong to A and B for the sum to be 5. And these 3 have to belong to X and Y for that sum to be 5. And so, well, because you couldn't have something like this, right? Because then you would either have X plus Y equals 4 or A plus B equals 4. And so you must have this, and one of these have to be a wall. Now also we need to separate the crystals, which lets us fill in these columns with empty space and these rows. And now we have to keep separating these 2, so we need a wall here and one here. Now this is gray, and we see these bunnies have to be hit by X. So now we know X is at least 3. And of course, since these can't be hit by Y, they have to be hit by B. Also, this is gray now, so we know the wall separating Y from these bunnies is here. Now, one of these is going to be a wall, and only one. That means these 2 are also walls. And now we see A is not 0. That means A has to hit these bunnies, and we need a wall here. And now we see A has to be 3. That means X can't be 3, so it needs to hit these bunnies. So now that means Y has to be 0. That means this row has 0 walls. Now, this column has 4 non-walls, and it must have 6 walls, which means the rest are walls. So now this is gray. Now, this row has 2 more walls, for 3 in total. If both of them are here, that can't be because that blocks in the Y bomb. So this is a wall at least. This column has 1 more wall here. And now this has to be a wall so as to not isolate this as an empty space. Now A equals 3, and this A column can only have 3 walls then. So these are empty. This column has 1 more wall. So B equals 2. That means this column has 1 more wall. That wall can't be here because that would isolate this space. So this is empty. That means the final wall in this row has to be here. And this can't be empty. Now this is gray. And this row has 2 more walls. Now since B is 2, this column has no more walls. This row has 1 more wall. And we see the final space on the board has to be empty.